Hello and welcome back to Down the Track. In this episode, we'll be previewing the RCB versus Sunrisers Hyderabad game. It's the sixth game in the IPL. It's going to be a cracker. Both teams were in the eliminator last season. Sunrisers winning that game. RCB going into this game with a bit more confidence to have a win under the belt against the defending champions, Mumbai Indians. I think they played really well there. Towards the end, slightly, they did panic in that chase, but they showed that once, the class of AB de Villiers, Maxwell, Kohli, if these guys click, it'll really help them. And the biggest positive for them will be their bowling. Harshal Patel picking up 5 wickets. Jamieson looked very impressive as well. So they want to go into this game, trying to against a Sunrisers team who are actually pretty strong as well. So they'll want to work on the areas, like especially the batting order. Apart from the big players, they want the other guys to contribute as well. What's going to happen with Padikkal? Will he come back? If he comes back, then he slots in, I think, in the opening slot. If he doesn't, then do you stick with Washington Sundar as your opener, or do you bring in like Mohammad Azharuddin, open with him? Because you saw Padikkal in his debut, he didn't perform to expectations. I think Azharuddin is a good shout as well, opening the batting with Kohli. And then I think they should play AB de Villiers one down. I think that's something they need to think about. AB can play the finishing role as well, but I think your best batsmen need to get maximum deliveries. Maxwell at 4, and then you have people coming in, chipping in. You have the likes of Sundar as well. So I think they'll have to think about that, RCB, especially their batting order. With the bowling, they'll be much more happy. SRH bowled really good in the power play, and then Harshal Patel, Jamieson, they've showed with what they can do. Harshal Patel getting the ball to swing in, whereas Jamieson, getting that extra bounce and pace. But they're going to play a Sunrisers side who have lost, but they're a good team. I think they lost against KKR, they'll be slightly disappointed with that. It wasn't a huge loss, but I think they could have won that game. They'll be very disappointed with their bowling because they pride themselves on bowling Sunrisers as a franchise. And Bhuvneshwar Kumar was very expensive. It could just be an odd day. I think watch out for him. He'll want to come back strong against a stacked batting lineup. He'll be bowling to the likes of Kohli, AB, Maxwell. He's a very smart bowler, so and he's experienced, so I think he'll learn from his mistakes and come back strong in this game. Rashid Khan is a player to watch out for Sunrisers. The way he bowled against KKR was brilliant. He's going to be up against AB, Kohli. Maxwell plays the reverse sweep. He's going to try to disturb Rashid's line and length, try to come down the track as well, and improvise against Rashid. So Rashid will have to come up with variations. He's a world-class bowler. He's shown that, since he started in the IPL, people haven't picked him properly till now. They struggle to hit him. And I think the way his 4 overs will be crucial for both sides, how he gets played and how he bowls. Basically, him and Bhuvneshwar, if they can both keep it tight and pick up wickets, it'll give confidence to the likes of Nataraj and Sandeep Sharma, and the other bowlers. I think Mohammad Nabi, he bowled well in the last game. He chipped in. He showed why his place in the side is important in terms of balance, because he provides you 4 overs and then he can come and bat as well. Will Williamson come in? If he comes in, will he come for Nabi? That might disturb the balance. Will he come in for Bairstow? Bairstow looks in great form, and Warner is your captain, so it might just be the same 4 foreigners for Sunrisers Hyderabad. I think someone to look at is Sandeep Sharma. He had a poor game against KKR, but he has the wood over Kohli. He's picked him up 7 times in the IPL, and especially that ball which stops on the bat when you're trying to hit it through covers, that kind of delivery, he's picked up a lot of success with that. How he bowls will be key. Natarajan got AB de Villiers yorked last season round, so he'll also fancy that matchup. But it's going to be a great game, I think. Again, both teams have their weaknesses. Sunrisers, that middle order, can they live up to expectations? I think Abdul Samad showed that there is a finisher there in him, and he can handle that pressure as well. It's Warner. I think David Warner's form will be key for Sunrisers, because their method is to attack from the front, and they lost 2 early wickets in the last game against KKR. Both Saha and Warner were out early. So how are they going to approach this game? Are they going to go? Are they going to be aggressive from ball 1? Are they going to be a bit conservative? I think their style is to go aggressive, and if they can pull that off, 50 for no loss in 6 overs, that will set the stage for them. So Sunrisers have this method of attacking from the top, but they've shown they have a middle order as well. Bairstow, Manish Pandey. I think Manish Pandey needs to accelerate a bit more. He was a bit poor in that. He batted well, he had 60 or 40 balls, but he was poor in terms of his approach. He couldn't find the boundaries as consistently, with the required target in mind. So he'll need to look for those boundaries, look for those gaps. Vijay Shankar as well was a bit disappointing. He needs to step up. Manish Pandey showed that he scored the run, so now he just needs to up that strike rate, I think, and play according to the situation. And yeah, I think it's going to be a fascinating game. A big game for both sides, and yeah, let's see how it goes. I think it's very tough to call. Probably be 50-50 right now with both sides. Even though RCB will probably have more confidence going into this game, but Sunrisers will also want to rectify their mistakes, and they have a good management team there as well who will for sure advise these guys on what they did wrong. And yeah, I think it's going to be 50-50 for me. The player to watch out from RCB, it's going to be Glenn Maxwell. I think, of course, AB de Villiers, Virat Kohli, you can't take anything out away from them. Glenn Maxwell and Jamieson. Glenn Maxwell, because I think he's somebody who can toy with Rashid Khan's line and length. I mean, you can't really do that, but he's someone who can take that chance. And if he does get a few boundaries here and there and put Rashid under pressure, that puts Sunrisers under pressure. So I think that's a key matchup. And then Jamieson against the likes of Warner, Bairstow, and then the Indian batsman, I think his pace will trouble them. So I think I'm really looking forward to how he bowls. And then from Sunrisers, players to watch out for: Rashid Khan 100% and Johnny Bairstow. These are the informed players right now, and I think they're the players they bank on. Of course, you want to see Warner back in form. Is he going to be fully fit? He's still recovering from the groin injury. Is it still bothering him? We don't know exactly, but of course, David Warner is a class act, especially in the orange jersey. So it all augurs down to I think it's going to be it's going to be a great game of cricket. It's going to be a close encounter. Yeah, I think it's going to be 50-50. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you like and comment in the section, and subscribe to our channel, and hope to catch you soon. Take care.